I feel so validated.
No, yeah, but I own it too. Like I understand that I'm a fucking pain in the ass. Like I'm not easy to deal with. You're not either, but like it's because you're opposite of me.
Sounds like a whole lot of complaining.
It sounds like a whole lot of logic, which that's fucking weird for you too, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just insult Camilla day.
Oh, here we go.
I got you 2 slices of focaccia. I came with a smoothie.
I have to Venmo you too for that.
I'm just so nice. Okay.
I'm having serious difficulty here.
This sounds like awful in the mic right now. Sounds like we just dropped everything.
Well, as you're sitting here, I'm
untangling your headset.
this set up while you're watching TikToks of the fucking Patriots talking about 90s trends.
So we're gonna start a new topic. We're gonna segue with that. We're gonna start with a new topic then. No.
Oh yeah,
No.
I know that's what you actually want to do.
That's what I want to do because you just brought it up.
How's that red light?
How's that red light? 10 seconds. It's there. Oh yeah, I have to start getting used to seeing like the mic levels because now I'm not used to seeing it because we've done 23 episodes without it and now we got the shotgun mic.
Right. It's a backup, you know. I have to find a better spot for it. I think what I'm going to do is try to rig something to drop it right in the middle.
Oh, I did bring the clamp. I checked my car. I know I brought it. It's here.
Okay.
Just, you know.
I only found one by itself and I just sent a text off. I didn't look for the other one yet.
Okay. Mm.
Just in case we reconfigure this. I know there's been comments about the audio.
It should be fixed.
We are working. Well, I think some of it is the banging and the table and stuff. So like that just made a ruckus, depending on how you're listening to this. So
probably we did add lights though. If you watch YouTube, you would know that we added lights. There's 2 lights. 1, 2. We did good.
I actually I dig it.
They look cool. They like frame our neon light sign, which is like overheating or something. Luckily, it's back to normal for now, but
yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Crazy Neon, if something happens, can you sponsor us again for another one?
Because we're going to need one more.
One more. It's okay. She's great. I love this sign. I love it so much.
I do too. I'm pretty happy about it.
If we ever got like a backup to it, would you keep that one like upstairs in like your pop room?
Yeah, I'd probably put it on the wall.
That would be cool.
Why, you want a backup? You want another one?
Hey,
one more?
Can we get one more? Maybe kind of, sort of.
I had to use this for the backdrop. I don't know how I'm going to do my other setup on Monday nights for the Mo and Joe show.
Oh,
but
this is an official thing because last time we were like teasing that maybe you will do it. This is an official thing. Joe started another podcast.
I did.
You did. And
by myself this week because he was traveling. But
right. And it's about the Washington.
No. Well, it's just going to be about like we're going to review
football,
the NFL week that was.
Okay.
Talk about it. There's different segments we might have in there, and then make picks for the following week. So it's basically it's kind of like all NFL.
I did win my fantasy week 1. I'm undefeated, 1-0.
Who was your quarterback?
Well, my quarterback didn't really do much. Well, he did decent, but Trevor Lawrence, he did decent.
Yeah.
My problem is that I beat Nikki, and he also did shit because Aaron Rodgers.
That was his quarterback?
Yeah, got out.
Oof.
So I beat him by 3 points, and I only had 86, and he finished with 83, and I had such a low number because Najee Harris did nothing, Goddard did nothing. Sky Moore got me 0.4. So I had like 3 players who got me 0.
Yeah.
And somehow I escaped with the win.
That's crazy.
Undefeated.
I had Kirk going in one of the leagues last night.
Oh, good luck.
No, he did good last night.
Oh, he did?
They lost.
Kirk would have like one great week for me last year, and then the next week it'd be like 3, and then it'd be like that, and then it'd be like 2.
That's Captain Kirk for you.
Yep. But this isn't a football episode.
It's not. We were talking about the sign, and I was like, last week I did an episode by myself, and I had the sign on in the back. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for it. I'm not 100%.
Put a curtain. You know what you should do is get one of those, they're like little stands, but then you can roll down like a backdrop and then roll it back up.
Yeah, there's ways that you can do this cheap. To where you can just swap out like a sign or something.
You gonna get another neon sign?
No, I don't think so. That was like a big expense. This is the baby. That'll just be that'll be baby number 2. It's not gonna get as much attention.
It's like the Huggies commercial. It's like baby number 1. You're like looking out for everything that they do. It's like baby number 2. They're fine.
Yeah, because I mean he's done podcasting before too, so I think it'll be fine. I just don't know what I'm gonna do for a backdrop, but I also do have a green screen if I wanted to.
Oh. So you have the play that would be a lot of work, but you have like the plays playing in the back of the ones that you're talking about. That would be sick.
Well, I noticed last week that because I was watching Monday Night Football while I was recording, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have it on in the background while we're recording.
Nice.
But you can see the reflection of the game the game in that. So. It wasn't a bad thing though. I thought it was kind of cool.
Double screen.
Sort of. But anyway, that's not what this is about.
That isn't. What is today's episode about? This topic came about because I was just minding my own business.
Oh, here we go. Miss Innocent.
Being just the gem that I am and having breakfast. I was having pizza and I said...
You asked me. Yeah.
What did I ask you?
You said, is it weird to have pizza for breakfast?
And this was at like 12? 1?
No. It was 1:30.
1:30.
So... I was like, no, but it's also not breakfast. And you said it is.
It is. Because my first meal of the day is my breakfast. And I also had just woken up not too long prior. So I'm still in breakfast mode. Therefore, my lunch mode would be at like 3, 4. And my dinner would be at like 8. There's no set time.
I think breakfast is more of a timed thing.
But people have like,
So, like, in that example, you wake up at 11 o'clock, and then you don't eat for 2.5 hours. It's 1:30. Well, you slept through breakfast, and you're eating pizza.
That's what the hotels would tell you, but that's not what I believe.
At 1:30 in the afternoon, you think you're eating fucking breakfast because that was the first meal of the day?
Because it's the first meal of the day, or if I had eggs, then I'm having breakfast. Like, if I had eggs at, like, 2 with, like, a piece of bacon or something, then I'm having breakfast. It's like breakfast for dinner. That's why that exists.
Yeah, but it's still dinner. Like you're having breakfast type food for dinner.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's either one of the two things for me. It's either the food, or if it's the first meal of the day, it's breakfast.
So say you actually have breakfast.
Yep.
Then later you have lunch.
Yes.
And then at dinner you're like, I'm gonna make pancakes.
Then I'm having breakfast for dinner.
But
it's separate.
But you're having dinner. You're just having.
But that's separate.
What are you talking about?
I'm having breakfast foods for dinner.
That's fine. You're having breakfast for dinner, but it's what you're missing here is it's for dinner.
Right.
So that's dinner. You just said if it was based on food.
But I'm saying that I have 2 qualifications for breakfast.
Dude.
One is the food type. So if it's pancakes, waffles, eggs, bacon, food type. The second one is if it's the first meal. And for me, especially, like, it's not like I'm up, like, fasting. Like, I'm not up at, like, 7 and then I fasted till 2 because I want to have my lunch. Like, I woke up at 11, so I want my breakfast at whatever time I get hungry. So in which case it was 1, and then I had my breakfast. So pizza was my breakfast food.
At 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
I would be shocked to hear if
anyone
agreed with that.
The logic makes sense, though. It's the first meal of the day. Have you heard of, like...
I understand, but, like, breakfast is, like, you wouldn't think in that example, especially because you weren't having breakfast food, even more so. You wouldn't think...
If I did, then
but you wouldn't think
that would be double breakfast for me.
But you wouldn't think that...
I was having breakfast for breakfast.
You wouldn't think that... Can I get a sentence out? You wouldn't think that you were just having fucking lunch? Because it's 1:30 and you're eating pizza?
No, unless like someone told me like, hey, we're going out for lunch, then I'd be like, fine, this is for lunch, I guess.
You'd be mad about it, like, oh, it's really my breakfast.
Kind of.
Don't be fucking rude.
Like when hotels, they do like the free breakfast, and it only goes till like 10, but like I sleep until like 10:30, like at times
11:30.
It's depending on the day. Depending on the day, but it's like they're dictating that breakfast ends at 10. Breakfast doesn't end at 10. Like it's when I go grab either breakfast foods, or it's when I go out and get like my first meal of the day. That's my breakfast.
That's for
brunch.
you.
Right. I know.
The hotel doesn't give a fuck about Camilla's weird, whimsical fucking world.
I don't.
They don't fucking.
What did you tell me the other day about Tinkerbell?
And I don't even know why I said it.
It was so uncalled for. It was
the most accurate thing.
I'm like disgustingly nice to this boy. Disgustingly nice to this kid. And like every once in a while he'll just like piss me off, where I'll like give him a little shove, or like I hid in his house and like popped out and scared him. Like every once in a while when he's just like the shit just keeps on shitting, I get so upset that I just do little things back at you. Mm-hmm. But like I'm so nice to him. And the other day he's like, I didn't even know how you said it or how you worded it, but you're like, in your Tinkerbell like world of thoughts, and I was like, are you like what?
I think
how did you word it?
I worded it, and it was so it was so good. It was
good,
like
but bad.
Shit, it was like a.
You said another thing recently. It
Tinkerbell like perception, or like you have like a Tinkerbell perception of life or something.
And then
you
said
just
something.
operate so fucking differently. Like so, yes, you are, but then there's times where like you have to understand that sometimes that's too much. You could be too nice sometimes. Not you personally, like the proverbial you can be too nice, and then that could be like.
I give this kid free reign to just like say whatever he wants to me.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't I? You can say whatever you want to me too.
No, because I'm nice. I do say when you're being an asshole, though.
You do.
I do.
And that's fine.
And I do call you out on your shit when I think you're being ridiculous or dramatic. I'm like, let's tone it down.
That's fair. But
believe it or not, you want to say that I'm the one that's like bougie. I'm the one that's this, right? But Joe is like the dramatic one of the two of us. Like I'm very like I'm go with the flow. Like it's okay, it's all right. Like he's the one that goes.
Don't worry about it.
That like gets a little overly anxious about things, so you get like very dramatic about certain things.
I mean, which it is kind of funny, but I've heard this before.
Good to know others agree.
They do. I mean, I
feel so validated.
No, yeah, but I own it too. Like I understand that I'm a fucking pain in the ass. Like I'm not easy to deal with. You're not either, but like it's because you're opposite of me.
Yeah.
But I'm very particular. Like I'll get annoyed by something that is kind of ancillary to other people.
Give an example. Like my Tinkerbell thoughts.
I know. I'm trying to think of something like so silly, but like. I'll think of something, but it's just like we're very like particular people to where like I don't know, I can't fucking describe it, but it's like my mother's that way, my father's that way. I think John is like that to some extent. Like and it's not I'm cognizant of it. I've tried to like work on it and like dude, you're being ridiculous, like let up a little bit on certain things. But like my innate reaction to certain things
like,
is
you
to
get
just
like not freak out. Like when I say freak out, I don't mean that he like goes haywire, but he initially like there's that first like panic factor of just being like, what the hell? And I noticed that with you. The first time I noticed it actually was when, not the first time, but the most recent time that comes to mind is
yesterday.
Oh,
well, during the fucking. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, during what?
When we were filming the thing yesterday.
Oh, yeah. He gets very, like, overwhelmed.
It's not overwhelmed. It's like...
I don't know how to explain it.
Like, when I'm filming something, even though it's not just you, but somebody's trying to help, but I don't...
Oh, yeah.
a lot
You
of
were
times
so mad at me. I'm like,
I wasn't mad, but like I just need everybody to shut the fuck up for 2 seconds because I'm trying to like figure out what I want. And even though I know you're trying to help,
I literally was trying to help.
I
and
know
you're
you are, but I'm like, let me try to like think about it.
When
for
people
like
talk while I'm working, I just can't. And I was like,
I know, but that's especially when I'm filming something, even if it's like it's not live, when we're not doing anything live or anything. But I get a little bit like, just let me think for a second.
See, I even like overlooked that one. The one that comes to mind is one of the episodes. There was the episode that our mics didn't record, and I knew the audio wasn't great. So he called me and he was like, dude, like, he was coming back from somewhere and he was like, it's not good. And I was like, well, like, if you can make out our audio, I say just post it. It would be really inauthentic to record again. The people who watch understand maybe the views won't be the greatest, but like, put it out there and then we'll record again like later on in the week and we'll get it done. And he was like, I don't feel comfortable putting it out there. Like, he was just dead set on not posting it. And I'm like, I know how like critical you are of your work, and I know you only want to put out good stuff, but if you can hear it, I say just do it. And you're like, I don't know, man. I don't like it. Like, just so in his feels about it. So I was like, okay. I was like, can I listen to it? And you're like, you didn't want me to even hear it. Like, you were just really upset about it, which is fine. Because like I said, you only put out, I think everyone who actually knows you personally knows that you put out like great work. And you never settle.
Don't you?
No, it's true though. You never put out something that's like shit. We've done like a lot of projects together, and you've never done that. So I could tell it was really bothering him. So I kind of just dropped it. And then of course I think it was actually your idea. You were like, oh, let's post it because we don't really have time and whatever else. And so we did. But that was my first note that I was like, ooh, he gets very. Overwhelmed is not the word. I don't know what the word would be, but it's like you get a little like dramatic about certain things. A little dramatic. A little drama. In theater. It's fine. What's my quirk?
Well, if things don't go into my I try to be loose on certain things, but I'm not great at it. I'll be honest. I'm not great at like being.
I don't think you're bad at it.
Like, I can go with especially if we're filming something and something gets fucked up, like I can figure out how to fix it, or like in my head, whatever. I need a minute to think about it. But then it's also like with that, I was like, that was just straight trash.
I know.
And I
hated it.
I'll look back on videos that I've done that I'm like, but at the time it was like
decent.
Like, I liked it at the time. I've never fully 100% loved everything I've done.
I know.
But
except for that one Duncan video.
And there was holes in that too. And I even right away.
Oh.
But see, but that's the thing. Like, but you're going to have to work with what you have and blah, blah, blah. But at the time I post something, it's never anything that I didn't sign
fully
off
love.
On. Yeah. And it's like, that's the whole reason, like, even with the YouTube shit on my personal channel, the videos I used to, like,
I loved your old videos.
But I don't have time. Like, and I'm not going to just slap something together just to do it. I wrote all that shit.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's the case for like a lot of the shit that gets put out. So it's like, I'm not going to put something out that I don't fully sign off on. Right. You want to know what your quirk?
Besides Tinkerbell, there was another thing that you said yesterday that wasn't Tinkerbell. You were like, your something thoughts again, and I was like, he's just coming for it. My little like, you didn't say rose-colored glass. It was like along the lines of the Tinker, like, but there was another word you said.
Oh shit, I don't remember. I remember the Tinkerbell. You have like a Tinkerbell perception of life or something, which is fucking super accurate and hilarious.
Thanks.
Shit, I don't remember what it was. It was something along that realm. I think that is kind of your.
It was a synonym for it. I don't remember what it was, but it was a synonym.
I think that is
my quirk.
Your quirk is like, it's not a bad thing. It's just different. Like, I'm just.
That's why the podcast works.
It's a lot, even today. Now, we were supposed to, granted, things happened, but like at the.
What?
We were supposed to record at a certain time today.
Oh, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, it got changed to 2 hours earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what time are we doing it at? and you didn't answer me. And I'm like, well, I was planning to do this at that time. And
I do have to say, if anyone can hear me slurping.
I heard that. Clear as day.
So I got a lip flip yesterday.
A what?
A lip flip.
The fuck is that?
They put Botox right here. And what it does is when you smile, instead of it showing like your gums, like how it used to, I can't even like do it right now. But like it essentially like flips this lip up a little bit. Because when I smile, my top lip goes underneath. It like curves in because it like tucks itself.
I think that's a normal human.
So then I got Botox. So instead of it flipping under, it just stays out like that. That's all. See?
That's where the bouginess would come in, I think.
You don't want a lip flip? Smile.
Absolutely not. No. I'm not fucking doing that. Now I'm trying to hide it.
Yeah, so it would flip under. And
but that is like so particular. Like I don't think anybody.
I'm struggling right now because
I don't think anybody would give a fuck about that.
No, probably not. But see, like I can't say certain things for now. It's just a couple days.
So we have to listen. We have to fucking listen to this, and here we go with the already making a mess. That's bougie. that's a bougie thing. I would assume
A little. I don't know if I would consider that bougie.
I think so.
I feel like bougie is more like when you're like, oh, I really want Davenports, or like you're like, oh, I'm okay with going to like
That's bougie.
Burger King. No.
Okay.
No. When you're like, oh, I really want Burger King, and I'm like, oh, but like, can we go get like steaks at like blah 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 instead? Like,
By the way,
bougie.
that's not me. I've never said let's get Burger King.
I know you don't actually say that, but like that would be bougie. I don't think a lip flip is bougie.
It's just like extra. Like it's just so like not necessary. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, that's fine. But I think it's a little much.
I don't get lip filler. I don't do anything else.
That's
This
like
is
a
only
new
my-
thing. Like
Every girl has lip filler.
which is fucking blows my mind because like
And you'll never know if a girl does too. Well, I do. I can tell it.
I don't know.
You can only tell if it's like really above and beyond.
Yeah, because it looks like I could ski off your fucking mouth. That's how I know.
Because it creates, this is called the vermilion border. And what happens is they pump up this part too much. So then this protrudes. And then it's like a little ski ramp right off of it.
And then the problem with that is then I could see all your peach fuzz. And then
That's not fun.
Looks like I can.
Because my peach fuzz is black fuzz, and no one wants to see that.
Yeah, but if you
It's not
create
peach.
too much of a ridge, that reflection is gonna hit it, and then I'm gonna be able to see. You look like fucking not you, but
I mean, you
people
say
look
it
like
already, so.
I've never
I
said
know,
that.
I'm
Fucking
kidding.
Jesus.
I'm kidding,
Bro.
I was fixing it. Nick does though. Nick will be like, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll get on it.
Yeah,
Thank you so
like
much.
a little like the corner fuzz and shit.
Not fun. Between that and like sideburns, girls have so much fun.
Whatever. Dude.
What's your favorite meal of the day?
Like again, this is like
What?
like you would say that.
You don't have a favorite meal of the day?
Who the fuck has a favorite meal of the
I
day?
think most people in the world have a favorite meal of the day.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Oh my
do you
God.
really love lunch? Do you really love breakfast? Do you love dinner?
I would guess maybe dinner.
You're like not enthusiastic.
I
That
I've
really
never-
wasn't the reaction I was going for, but okay.
I've never thought about like what's your favorite meal of the day?
No one's ever like asked you that before?
No.
I have a hard time believing that.
Why would somebody ask? See, this is the Tinkerbell like whimsical shit. It's like when you're going on a first date and you say, "What's your favorite kind of cheese?"
I do.
I would look at you like, did she really just fucking say that?
Nick answered.
Yeah, because Nick is we've talked
This
about
was
this.
before he has the patience of a saint.
I
He definitely was like, this girl's a little weird, but I'm gonna make her mine, and it worked.
It's like, yeah, you were just like your energy versus mine is like, this is why this whole thing works, because you're like, you're too much.
But you know what's funny
For
is
me.
that I'm also too much for Nick. Like Nick is very,
But he's
like,
very patient.
That's what it is. Like if it comes down, Nick is my boyfriend, but he's more.
I would hope that they would.
I know at this point. Well, people still to this day think that you and I. So
I know. Well,
so like I'm always like Nick is Nick.
Yeah.
So he, I think, is closer in personality wise, not like interests, like personality wise to you than he is to me.
Yes, I would agree with that.
It's just that his patience is that of a saint.
That's the
So when I'm doing my like maniac, maniacal shit, he's able to like kind of like
he goes with the flow.
Yeah, gear me in the right direction. He also like gets me to slow down a lot more.
But he also like the other day was not super into doing a video with you.
Wait, which one? Oh yeah, no, he was so not about it. So I had to do a Dunkin' video, and I had this idea, and I just needed him to like. Ooh, I just needed him to like stay still, and he just was like, I don't like why, like I don't want to do that. Like I'm like just real quick, and then he'll do it. So he's very sweet in that sense, but like there's certain times where he vocalizes his dislike of doing a certain thing, but he'll still do it.
Yeah, because I don't think he's not somebody that wants to do those fucking things. Like that's the thing. Like
Nick's a very simple man. Like get him an Xbox, put him in front of football.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. Like
he doesn't want to do fucking lip sync TikTok.
Give him mac
bullshit.
and cheese. Yeah. Like I'm like, let's cook something for dinner. And he's like, I just want mac and cheese. And I'm like, no, you need protein. And he's like, I don't want protein. And
just let him have his fucking mac and cheese.
No, so I made chicken to have with his mac and cheese the other day.
But he still had his mac and cheese.
But he still had his mac and cheese. So he could have it. It's just I wanted him. But now he only buys the good mac and cheese, not Kraft, because...
What is it, like Annie's or some shit?
Oh, well, Annie's is good, but he likes the Goodles. I think they're called like Goodles. They're really good. They sell them at Target. I think they're called Goodles. Am I wrong? You've definitely like seen it before.
It sounds like...
Goodles.
It doesn't sound like a good
Goodles,
word.
Mac and cheese. Yeah, Goodles. So they look like this. You probably have seen them if you've gone grocery shopping. I don't know.
Here we go. You don't grocery shop.
You really don't, though. But they look like that. And they're, like, better for you mac and cheese. He really likes that one. That one's the cheesy mac. But they have, like, cacio e pepe and mover and shaker, which is, like, I think that's, like, that's the cacio e pepe. They have twist my parm. Shella good, which is, like, shells. Here comes truffle, which is, like, a truffle mac and cheese. They have a lot of different flavors. So now he gets those ones instead. I told him that...
Shout out Goodles.
Goodles. And they are higher in protein, too. But I told him we can go to Whole Foods and he can get anything he wants. So he got, like, 2 of those. Because Whole Foods doesn't allow for, like, 250 dyes, additives, chemicals, preservatives. They, like, ban it in the whole grocery store. So they only carry, like, decent stuff.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been to Whole Foods in a while. There's not one really around. There is, but...
Yes, there is.
Not super close.
I go... If I leave your house and I need anything, like, I'll go to that. The one that's on, like, near Waterman Grill. No. To go home, I actually go this way. It takes me through the back roads of, like, the Bucket.
Right, but, I mean, then, like, for me to go... I don't know. I just, like... I'm not going over the bridge to go get fucking...
You were really excited to get Dave's the other day. Or like a little while ago.
Dave's.
No. Dave's. You thought Dave's was coming to eat.
Oh, I know. I think it's Stop and Shop that's fucking that up. But
probably.
There is a Chipotle.
Ooh. And I told you that Raising Cane's is coming.
Yes.
I told you that.
I don't know where, but I don't know that building has like...
a bunch of spots.
That's why I knew it wasn't going to be a Dave's because it didn't have the automatic doors. I was like, this doesn't look like...
a Dave's setup.
I mean, size-wise, you could do it, but it didn't look like... So it looks like there's going to be like maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 different joints over there.
If it's anything like the plaza in Smithfield that they created at the old Benny's, it was Cava, Chipotle, Panera with the drive-through, European Wax Center, and a mattress place. A bank.
I don't want the last 2 or 3 you just said.
You don't want a mattress place?
I have a mattress.
You don't want a bank?
There's plenty of fucking banks.
You don't want European Wax?
Even
I'll wax you.
When I was in, actually, we got to do that episode. We're gonna do that episode on the road.
I know we still need to.
I was in Lincoln and where that Wendy's used to be.
Oh yes.
Up on the fucking.
It's a bank.
No, it's a bank.
It's a bank.
Fuck.
Newport One. I think it's Newport
Yeah,
One.
there's fucking banks everywhere. Chase is going up fucking everywhere.
I know, which is bizarre because I feel like you don't need a Chase bank because they only have credit cards, right? Does Chase?
No, I think they have regular banking.
Oh, okay. Oh,
But I mean, they're popping up all over the place. That and like fucking liquor stores.
I do like liquor stores.
I know, but there's so many, and because Rhode Island laws, like you have to have a separate establishment to sell liquor. And
Speaking of Rhode Island law, apparently they're going to start banning nips.
I heard Mass was doing that.
Mass already did, I think, or they're in the works of doing it. But Rhode Island, they were trying to.
What is the point?
It takes up space in the landfills, but not only that, people just throw them on the side of the streets. So it's just causing like litter and pollution because they're so small. Versus, I guess they're hoping people don't really do that with 375s.
I mean,
Because that's the next size up. If you go to TD Garden, there's a liquor store right near it. They don't even sell nips because they don't want you to bring it in to TD Garden and like hide them in your pants.
I remember years ago, and I don't know if this is still a thing or not, but years ago, they changed the law at the Garden that if you had an out-of-state license, you had to be 25 because they got sued by something.
Remember that because they had someone who was like underage, but like it was like, I don't
they
know
got
if
a
it was,
DUI
like, a
because they had to, I think because whatever they went to, they had to drive far away or I forget what the fuck it was.
I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still a thing or not.
I don't think so anymore. But I remember that being a thing because I think I was 25 and someone had made a comment. They're like, oh, you made the cut. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I've been 4 years, like, able to drink. And they said that their law or whatever, their, like, venue law is 25, which I thought was bananas.
It is a little bit, but...
It takes one person to ruin it for everybody.
I mean...
Oh, this is not something I wanted to say on camera, but I guess that I forgot. I saw a scary thing on my way to your house. There was a guy who was like passed out and 2 cops were helping, like trying to help him like get up. I think he overdosed. It was really scary. I said a prayer on my way here. There was a bystander who was trying to help him.
To the God you don't believe in.
I don't know about that. It was like very like dark. Because what are you chewing right now?
Because the other conversation that we just had yesterday, and that's because I can't say it, but the conversation that we had yesterday that we have all the time is there's certain words that'll be said, and then I'll get.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
say,
well, okay, fucking wag your finger at me. What are you, fucking Dikembe?
Yes.
But there's certain words that get said that you're like, what? See, dude, it's a ghost.
Or God. Could be either one.
It probably is. Bless you. I had to bless you at Brendan and Margaret's wedding, remember?
You did.
Was it that night?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even talk about like the wedding debacles. Can we turn this into like an all episode? Don't think that
This is a catch-all.
Oh, yeah, this is not, we're not staying on track for this one because there's just too much to talk about. So Joseph got stung by 2 bees. So we're getting food and I'm like trying to help him and I'm like serving him because he has a plate and he has a drink in hand. And I told him to drop his drink off. I told him to drop his drink off at the. That's why I said like. I gotta put a washer behind. Actually, there is one. There's a washer.
Yeah, but it's.
We need a bigger washer.
I need a bigger head.
Because I don't want that to fall.
Well,
is the other one like stable?
It's fine. Just don't
touch
look at it.
Okay.
If it completely falls.
Oh, don't say that. That's expensive.
We'll be all right. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so I told him to put his drink down and he didn't listen. I was like, do you want to leave it at the table with mine? And he's like, no. So he took his drink.
I feel like this is the part of the shit you make up.
You did. You literally said that.
But who cares? Like, why did it matter?
Because then you could have had 2 plates for your food. Like 2 hands for your food, I mean.
But I didn't need 2 hands for my food.
I mean, you clearly did because you got stung by a bee.
Oh, I didn't anticipate getting stung by a fucking bee.
But like maybe they followed you because of the drink and it was sweet.
No, they were already over at that little spot because right when the guy, right when the guy said, "Watch out, there's bees over here," I got stung.
I was right next to him. I did not get stung, so he got stung for the both of us because he got 2 bites. So one stung him right there, and then he dropped a little bread. I think it was. What'd you drop? A potato.
I dropped my
potato. And then we come around to the other side, and I'm trying to give him like the not roast beef. What was it? Like prime rib, right? So I'm trying to like serve him, and he was like, "I think there's a stinger," and I was like, "Give me a second. We'll sit down and I'll look for the stinger. Like it's fine." So we go and go and sit down, and then I'm looking for the stinger in his arm, and he's like, I think there's a bee on my ankle. And I was like, no, there's not. And all of a sudden I see him like stop, and he goes, look. And there's another bee that followed him from like the food table all the way to our table. It must have been up his pants. It must have been.
It was.
And then they stung you through your socks on your ankle. And that one, you were dead set that there was a stinger.
I was like, well, that one felt worse than the other one.
Which
Although
is weird because that
still
was like bare skin, and the other one was through your sock. So that.
And apparently there was no stinger in either of them.
There was no stinger.
This is still healing.
Yeah, that one.
The ankle, I don't know, but
that one looked pretty bad.
They got like itchy.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah. So then I was icing his foot. Shout out Big Day Besties who do content creation because they thought we were hilarious. I'm like, give me your ankle, and he was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, turn. She's like, turn. Oh yeah, because
you went behind me, and I'm like, I can't go that way.
She's like, turn this way, and I was like, yes. Exactly.
I was drinking that day.
You were. We were both drinking, and then I stopped so I could drive us home.
Yeah, but I Ubered.
Because you were like, we're both gonna leave our cars here, and I was like,
well, I Ubered.
No, I know. Oh yeah, you were like, you're gonna leave your car here, and Nick's gonna bring us home. You like said something like that
because he had his car. So
like, not a bad idea, to be honest.
Yeah,
not a bad idea. But the next day was football day, and I sobered up, so didn't want to leave my car.
I mean, that was really like the only debacle I think of the wedding.
Champagne pong was really hard.
We didn't even play.
we were going eye for eye.
So me, you, Daniel, and Shannon, we set it up. Well, actually, no. You, and Daniel set it up.
Yeah.
Shannon was gone.
Disappeared.
And we were just doing eye to eye with him. And then he went to go get Shannon. And then
we dipped out because staring at the bank page before you open up the dirty window.
Yeah. I felt like that
came on, and you're like, this is Brendan and mine's song.
It's not wait. So it's not our song, but I was like, they're playing this at a time where, like, when I met this kid, it was like 2006, and me, him, and this other girl used to talk about the Hills at CCRI, like not the Hills, the show.
The show, I know.
CCRI. Yeah. And that was the theme song for the show. And I was like,
you did say that it was your song with Brendan, though. And so I walked.
I feel like because I was drinking, you're making shit up that I'm actually saying.
No, you just forgot because we were having so much fun. And then we went over to Brendan, and he saw you, and it was just like eye contact. So then I started dancing with Margaret's mom, and you were just like singing the song, and Brendan was enjoying it with you, and it was a sweet moment. And then the song ended. And then I think we just left. We got off the dance floor after.
Yeah, we're out.
So now I know which song I got to play at my wedding. Because that's the one that makes you and Brendan happy. So.
Yeah. There's, I didn't request any songs. I usually do. Because there's certain songs that I really need to hear at weddings.
What's one of them?
Wipe Me Down. Lil Boozy.
Wow.
Gotta hear that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's gotta be played. Backstreet Boys, usually. Everybody.
Okay. Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep.
But a lot of people put they put like the Electric Slide and the Macarena on the Do Not playlist, which I think is very silly because that's what gets people up, especially like the older crowd. Like,
that's true.
That's when everybody gets up and they do those dances. And
you might have just changed my mind because that would be on my Do Not playlist. But
why though? I need to hear the reasoning.
I mean, it gets me to get up and go dance usually, but I just don't like them. Like I'm sitting here right now thinking of how the song goes, and I'm like, ugh, like I hate that song. Like,
which one, the Electric Slide?
Just all of them. Left foot, 2 stomps. Right foot, 2 stomps. Slide to the left.
But that, like, you're grouping them all. You're grouping them all the same. Like the Macarena,
the Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that dance.
Really?
I don't think. Well, maybe.
Do you know it?
No.
You don't know it? Maybe you're just
I'll do
yourself.
the Macarena. I'll do the Electric Slide, and I'll do the Bus Stop.
The bus stop.
I'll show you.
Do you know how to do the wobble? Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Baby, wobble.
I know the song, but I don't. No, I know the song. I don't know the.
It's a good one.
The dance.
See, that would be the one song that I would play.
You would play that wobble instead of like the Macarena.
Yeah.
That's.
Like maybe we'll do like
I'm not coming.
Maybe we'll do like a medley of these songs.
No. I want the full Monty because then I have to get my steps down. Right. It takes me a second to get it go, especially if I'm drinking. I'm like, my feet don't
I
work.
would have loved to see that.
Well, if you go on the Christmas
Great.
crawl, we do it every time.
Do you?
Every time. Electric slide gets done.
Best friend Cheese is really hyping it up.
Oh.
He's like,
But you're too bougie. You're like too good for it. That's your problem. So what is it? What else are you going to do?
It's my birthday.
It's never on your birthday.
But it's if it's on the Saturday, like after my birthday, which is when people... Is it before?
Yeah.
My birthday's on a Tuesday this year?
Your birthday is on a... Hold on.
I know I can ask you because I know when your crawl is.
I know.
I know you know the dates.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. So potentially I'll go then because then I'll celebrate. Wait, no, because I can't do the weekend after because that's Christmas.
It's not the weekend after.
No, but I'm saying...
Listen, it's the weekend before.
I know. I'm saying I can't go out to dinner with like friends or anything the weekend after because it's Christmas.
So go out with your friends on Friday. What a fucking thought that is.
Maybe I'll do that then.
Go out to dinner on Friday and then Saturday.
I'm leaving today. Part of it. New York. I want to go to New York.
For what? Your birthday? New
York
York smells like piss.
I like going around Christmas time.
It smells like piss.
There's
too many people and it smells like piss.
It does. I'm not denying that.
So you like that?
I love piss.
You like overcrowded areas and urine.
Love piss.
I knew you were a pee girl. Like, I fucking knew it, dude. I had you pegged from the jump.
Oh, wait. What's the song? Dave Chappelle. Oh, gonna pee on you. Pee on you. Gonna piss on you. Drip, drip, drip.
So you're going to go to New York for your birthday?
I'd like to go maybe on that Tuesday. I like to go see, like, the tree. I've seen it 1,000 times, but I'd like to go. I like to try to go to the Rockettes. It's always a fun show. I brought Nick last year for his first time because he's never been to New York on Christmas. And it's really it's really pretty. Everyone's all bundled up. You go to the Rockettes. People are dressed up nice. You see the tree. In Times Square, people are serving like hot chocolates from the stands. Like it's like cute.
We had this on our list to do, especially for like Christmas Crawl 10.
To go to New York?
Yeah, we went to New York. I thought the whole...
For someone who really likes Christmas, that's like surprising.
It's just overrated. Unless you're shopping, I don't see it's just... I'd rather go to New York to go to like a game or something. Like New York City and all that shit doesn't do anything for me.
I really love it. Did you ever go see the Rockettes? You probably would like the Rock. Vlog to the Rockettes.
Vlog. We've been talking about vlogs for like fucking 9 months already.
Vlog to the Rockettes. Yeah. We're going to do this. We're going to do it.
I'm not calling.
Let's end on a special note. Why don't you try this?
First of all, it looks like it's coagulating at the bottom.
It's not coagulating. That's just the ginger settling because it's like more dense.
It looks like I don't want to drink it. It looks like I'm not going to say it.
What?
I was going to talk about what you made me try yesterday. I'm not going to do that.
What I tried yesterday?
What I tried. What you made me try yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Let's not do that.
See, like, you talk about being a nice guy. I censor myself a lot.
I do, too.
Do you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, you do. You do for like 2...
I did yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
What would you... No.
Yeah. It's lemon and ginger, so it's strong. It's like doing a wellness shot.
Yeah. I'd rather do a shot of it. I don't want to... I don't drink that whole fucking thing.
It's good for you, though.
The ginger is just like too...
Gingery?
It's a lot.
It's very strong.
I know it's good for you, but...
It's predominantly ginger. It's like a giant wellness shot. Anyways.
Gross. Anywho, all right. Well, this was just kind of like a catch-all episode. Yeah. Breakfast is only until before it hits 12 o'clock. We agreed on that. Don't get stung by a bee.
Yep.
Leave your drink at the table when you're going to get food.
And always play the Macarena at your wedding.
Yes.
That's all.
All right.
That's all she wrote. Tinkerbell out. I love that for you.
That was a weak one.
I love that for you.
You're ending it. You didn't even...
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah, see? Come on, dude.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Shout out to Crazy Neon. We need to fix our sign. Please send help. Shout out to Skylar Batz from Studio 121. We love you so much.
Skylar Batz.
Shout out to Be a Nice Human because you guys have dope apparel, especially for
Remind me.
Right. Yep. Especially for right now, where the seasons are. What time is it? Yep. Especially where the seasons are changing. They have amazing beanies. I have a beanie that says Be a Nice Human. It's sick. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in another one. I love that for you.
I hate that for me.
Tinkerbell out. Tinkerbell.